and nothing gets past you guys, I tell you that. I think the first time I got a comment that was like, don't let me get a phone, was, I think I showed maybe a text on my phone and you notice the color of the text bubble. It's like these things I would never have noticed. But anyway, you guys are very observant. And yes, I got Olivia and Cody an iPhone to share. Now, if you would have asked me months ago, would I ever get the kids an iPhone? The answer is no. And here is the reason why I would have said no. Because it used to be that you could not turn the internet access off on the iPhone. It was either if you had a smartphone, it had the internet at all times, or you had a dumb phone and there was zero internet options at all. So let's go back to when we were in Florida. Olivia had a Gabb phone. And let me just tell you, I hate the Gabb phone. I hate the Gabb phone. I love the idea behind the Gabb phone because it's a really great idea. The camera is super crappy, and so as much as I wish the kids would just be like, oh yeah, who cares if I have a dumb camera, it matters to them and they feel stupid in front of their other friends. And I hate that, and I wish that wasn't a thing, but try convincing a kid that a Gabb phone is cool and have them be okay with it. I mean, I did. That was her option. That was the kid's option. And she was fine with it. She was great. But she was just like, man, everybody has it, which I don't care if everybody else has one and you don't. Like, that doesn't really matter. Like, I care about what I care about. But it did matter to her that she couldn't take pictures with everybody else because their camera was so bad. Okay, I can look past that. I really liked the navigation, or not the navigation, but the tracking. I really liked the tracking that the Gabb offered. However, it never worked. It never worked, and it annoyed me. We also paid for music on it, and the music never worked. There's just like, the whole phone in general was a pile of crap. But the idea of it was great. Like, I loved that there were no apps. I loved that there were no access to the internet. However, someone was telling me they could get onto the internet.
Yeah, someone found a way. I have no clue how or who.
There's always a way. Anyway.
Well, and like, even like the texting and calling didn't work. Like, I remember like you get random calls and I'd be like, I didn't call you, not even on accident. Or it'd be the opposite.
Ooh, your hair looks so pretty. Come show me your hair.
You wanna
Look how pretty your hair is. Oh my gosh, you're a literal little goddess. Oh my gosh. Long story short, Olivia lost her phone in Florida and we weren't able to track it because the tracking on the stupid device didn't work. So she lost all of her contacts, she lost all of her pictures. Oh, but Bonnie, why didn't you back it up? We did. The Gabb just sucks. We spent like hours on the phone with Gabb trying to back up all of her contacts and her photos and all of that. So she lost her phone number, she lost all of those things, and it was an ordeal, okay? So we get home and I'm like debating, okay, do I even get her a phone? Does this even matter? Because I am a firm believer that don't get it just because everybody else has it. So I'm like, you know what, Olivia? Just don't have a phone and we'll see how that goes. Okay, well, it was the most inconvenient for the parent. For me, I couldn't get a hold of her when I needed to get a hold of her. And yeah, she could like use her friends' phones and things, and she did that, but it just, I don't know. Yeah. Oh, one of the things, and this made me so mad. The teachers needed her to turn in some assignments, and it had to be through an iPhone. And so she was using my phone to attach things. And anyway, it makes me sad that you have to have a phone for certain things, but that's kind of just the way it is. So I was talking to a friend as I was sitting here trying to decide what phone to get Olivia, and she told me she got her daughter an iPhone. And I was shocked. I'm like, you got your daughter an iPhone? Oh my gosh. And she went through and told me all of the things of why she got what's going on? Okay. Why she got her daughter an iPhone. Here are the things that I did not know about the parental controls that convinced me. Okay. You can completely turn off internet access. So on my phone, under the parental controls, I turned completely off internet access because they do not need the internet. And if they do need the internet access, it can be in the home, in a public area where I can see, and then they're on my computer, or I can allow her access to it, but it's just easier for her to just like hop on my computer at home.
Or your phone.
Yeah, or my phone when we're out and about together. But there is not a need for the kids to have internet access. And I do understand the thought of, well, they're gonna have to learn to govern themselves using it. You can't just like, it be all or nothing, and I completely agree with that. As a teenager, as Cody, because this is Cody and Olivia's phone, it's majority Olivia's, like she uses it most of the time. Yeah.
And most people, whenever I'm like, oh yeah, we share it, everyone's like, what? I'm like, it's honestly kind of my favorite. Like I get like, sometimes we will like find like, oh, you've had it longer, oh, you've like whatever. But I honestly love it. I think it's fun.
Yeah, and I think that if you're like trying to hide something, yeah, you're not gonna wanna share your phone.
Yeah, but we don't have anything to hide on it, so we just don't really care.
As the kids get older, yeah, they're gonna have more and free access to things, but right now, I just don't see a big need for it. Stepping stones, like Olivia has my old computer, she'll do her work on that computer, and I'm not always around. And so it's like, if the kids really wanted it, they could have access to it, but I still have, parameters set up that's going to help set them up for success and to teach them how to properly use the internet.
Well, and that's how I run my Instagram account, is through your phone. Whenever I need it, I just say, hey mom, can I post something or can I check something? Which I think it's fun.
Or if you want to.
Oh, sorry. Which I think it's fun, and it's because, I have no clue what I'm doing half the time, because I'm like, mom, how do you change it from your account to mine? I'm like, I don't know how to do that.
Okay, so that leads me into the next thing, which is apps. My kids do not have social media apps on their phones.
You don't need it, and I'm like, needing it. Like, I'm never like, oh, I really wish I won. I've asked, like, when do you think we could get that? But I don't really ever, I'm like, oh, I really wish I had this, or oh, I wish this and that. I don't really care. Neither does Cody.
So each of my kids have an Instagram account that I run, and now Olivia's older and she can basically run her own Instagram, and all of them, there's a few things where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna post an updated like back to school picture on each of the kids' post to like update it. But a lot of times they'll say, mom, will you take a picture of this, or will you take a video of this, and can we put it on our Instagram? Which I think is really fun because they think it's fun. They don't read comments, they don't even open their DMs. And Olivia, she's gotten to the point where she's like, I kind of want to like make stories, I kind of want to do these things. And so she'll say, hey, can I take your phone, go downstairs and make some stories? I think that's super fun, and I like that because it's like I know what's going on. And if it's a difficult thing for me to process comments and DMs as an adult with a fully developed brain, there is zero chance I would allow my teenagers to be consumed by that. That's not good for them. And so that's kind of, anyway, so there's no social media apps. If the kids ever want to download any other apps, they can click the download button, and then it sends something to my phone where I can either approve or deny the request. So I know every single app that's on their phone. The kids know that I have 2 rules when it comes to texting. No fighting over text. So if you're talking with someone, if there's like a disagreement, they kind of have some key phrases that I've helped them with. It's like, hey, I would love to talk about this with you, but let's do it over a phone call. Let's get together and have a conversation in person. Because it's really easy to say things that you normally wouldn't say, and sometimes don't even mean, through text. And I want my kids to be good communicators, and I want them to be able to communicate with their peers, but I'm not gonna let them just fight over text. I'm not gonna let them do that. No.
And miscommunication. Like, if you could say something and it could take it a whole different way.
Yeah, especially when like feelings are elevated.
Yes.
Then another thing is no deleting. So you're not allowed to delete things on there unless like, it's like, hey, I'm just deleting these pictures, blah, blah, blah. But like, if you're deleting text, if you're deleting pictures, it's because you don't want someone to see them. And so I want to know about those things. So those are just some like very basic rules and reasons why I got this phone for the kids. And it's not even like the best iPhone, but it's an iPhone.
It's very nice.
You want peaches? Pears? Those are kind of old. You can open them and see. Very convenient, very nice. Can you live without it? Yes. And if you are someone that your parents don't have a phone for you, that's okay. And you just need to listen and trust whatever it is that they are telling you because they are your parents. And if you have an iPhone or even, and maybe I shouldn't have said all those things because I don't want to make any kid feel bad that has a Gabb phone. They just didn't work as well for us. I feel like that's pretty basic. I mean, that's like the gist of it. I guess if you guys have questions, I would love to answer them. And so ask away in the comments. When the kids get home from school, they put their phone in the mudroom area. There's like a little desk. And so they put their phone there. They just don't need their phone on their hip 24/7. So if they need something on their phone, they go get their phone and they can check something, or, oh, I need to text somebody. They go and they look at their phone, whatever. And then at the end of the night, the phones get turned in, we turn them off, and they just don't have them through the night. So, and okay, if they really wanted them, they could sneak in and get it and turn it on. On my phone, I could go in and I could turn off, nothing is in use between these hours. So I could put that on there too, but I just haven't, because I haven't really had a need to yet. But anyway, that's kind of the gist of it. Thanks for watching this video. Hopefully it was helpful to you. If you guys have any phone tips for phone safety, this might be a fun comment section for other parents to learn from each other. So that might be a good idea too. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.